4Beerzin! Woo! Driving abroad, it's hard, depending on where you live.
But welcome to another 4Beerzin episode. We've got Danny to my left, and we've got Joe to my right.
Hello.
And we've got the wonderful, hang on, what was it you said about the lovely Ash
Ash.
back in the studio. You've put
Yeah,
up with
you
us for
did.
another episode, so thank you very much for coming back and joining us.
Thank you so much, because we're talking about driving on different sides of the road in different countries.
So that was a good segue.
That was a good segue. I'm a sucker for punishment, aren't I? I'll tell you.
That's it.
Well, we
So-
should hear Danny's story first, I think. Maybe,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, you've got a pretty crazy story that's...
Yeah, so I was
You
in the
got from
Greek
the-
islands in Santorini. I was doing that, and got a quad in that. And I said to the newly wife, who was on a honeymoon, and I said, "Look, I got it, babes." So we drove. So
that name still.
Babes.
that
Still
babes.
Still that. Yeah.
Babes. Hey, should we ask Ash, do you
Oh
like
yeah,
the word
good,
babes?
yeah.
I can't imagine. Yeah, no. I
No?
can't imagine you saying that to her and she'd like.
So-
Is this
So what would your
Danny looks
partner
across the room
call
to
you? He
Tanya.
doesn't call you
no,
babes.
babe? Babe is fine. I've not heard. Yeah, babes.
Babes. So babe is okay, but not babes.
Babes.
Oh, that's a whole nother.
Oh, whole other episode.
Yeah.
Babes.
No, neither. No.
No, like each to their own. Everyone's got their little
Joe
names.
doesn't. Joe's babe, babes, nothing.
So no, babe.
Nah.
No, just Joe. Just plain old Joe.
Nah.
It's cringy.
He doesn't like
So
it. Doesn't like the
cringy.
pet names.
So you were in the Greek islands with Tanya.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
and
with
you went, hey,
babes, yeah.
babes.
And we went to the Santorini wineries. Big shout out Santorini wineries. We had a lovely time, and we had some.
Wanna give us a free
Shout
holiday.
out to any wineries.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santorini, lovely wines and stuff. And I said, "All right, babe, just let's jump on the quad." You don't get to say that often, but I said, "Jump on the quad, put your helmet on, let's go for a ride."
Safety first. I like it. He's a safety man.
You, yeah.
He's a safety
Who's this
man.
man? Who's this?
And I said,
Danny?
all right, we're gonna go to the Red Beach because that's where our destination was.
What was it called, sorry?
The Red Beach.
Is
It might not be called
Body
that.
Boutique there?
It's beach.
Just putting it in there.
down there, getting down there.
Yeah.
There's a big. It's everything's red in that. It's a beach, but it is awesome. So I say, she's on. Tanya's on the back of the quad. I'm on the front, and when you're driving on the right hand side of the road, when you come out of intersections or whatever, you got to stick to the right. Where here in Perth, West Australia, you go to the left. Right, you kind of come out and go to the left or whatever. You basically drive on the left hand side of the road. But in the Greek islands, you got to
To our
drive.
international viewers, we drive on the left-hand side.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know, and you're coming over here from wherever, and
Wherever.
yeah, wherever.
So we're driving on the right hand side
We're
of the
driving
road.
around,
What
so
happens?
I'm on the quad. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it. There's no music or nothing. I don't think we had radios. I don't know what we do. Have nothing. So I'm riding. As I come out, I forget that they drive on the right hand side of the road. So as I turn out, I hear his little voice, like you made like Jiminy Cricket and like Pinocchio. It was like that on
How's
my
that go?
shoulder, and it was going.
It was the devil.
I just heard his voice go, right, 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 right. And it got louder and louder. And then when I realized I was on the wrong side of the road,
And Tanya was like,
and Tanya was freaking out because she was like, and she was trying to be polite at the start, I think by going, right, right, right.
It's
And it wasn't until,
escalating.
yeah, it's escalating. And it
Yeah.
wasn't until she really freaked out. And I actually saw cars, motorbikes, quads.
Coming at ya.
Coming at you. I thought, I better turn here. So, but luckily I figured it out and I turned. But as I turned, I got the quad on two wheels. But lucky with my weight and Tanya's weight, it smacked it back down and we were fine. But then when someone's really, really upset, like they're really like they've had enough. I had to hear Tanya go, if you can't drive properly, don't drive at all. Like at her limits, But you can imagine her on the back going, is he going to go right? Is he going to drive on the right-hand side of the road?
Oh,
The fear, where I haven't even realised. I haven't realised until I saw the cars coming at me.
so all the other cars are swerving out
And,
of the way.
and you got the cars coming at you. You got someone
I
going.
know, they're all driving on the wrong
right,
side of the road. I'm driving on the right.
You're looking at the side. You're like, why are they facing the other way? And it just
it's
nothing
just
clicked.
Nothing clicked.
But I
No.
think more countries in the world drive on the right than the left.
Yeah,
When you think about
Is that
it.
a fact?
I think it's just
Google it. I'm pretty sure more countries drive on the right.
Someone out there in
they
the ether, if you could find out if more people drive on the right than the left, we can find out after
think they
this
do.
podcast.
I
Yeah.
think it's
the
just UK and Australia. That's it.
One or two others, but that's it.
Drive on the left.
Europe and America.
Yeah, cool.
Everywhere else is right hand side. So I don't know who's right or who's wrong.
Well, we're right.
Yeah, we're right. Do you know what? I'll tell you
No,
what.
we're left.
On the left.
We're on the left.
Do you find it funny? Like, so I'm always like, well, we drive on the left-hand side. When you're walking down a footpath, everyone's all over the place. No, like, why do they
There's
not?
an etiquette. There's totally an etiquette.
What is with that?
And so you're
Stick to
supposed to
your
keep
left.
left.
You're meant
Yeah.
to be left.
But then
Nah.
people on the continent, they always go right because they
Yes.
drive on the right.
No.
Oh, can I ask a question? Sorry.
Yeah.
Escalators.
Is it about this?
No,
Got to
escalators.
be on the side.
When you're standing still, is it left or right? And
Left.
Well, left.
Left. Left.
See, in UK,
It's on the right.
it's on the right.
Yeah.
No.
Notice this, yeah.
Seriously?
No,
All
it's
right.
just-
What
I've-
is
I
it in
wanna-
Japan?
What?
I was just there.
I don't know about that.
I was like, oh, hang
gonna
on a minute. Our
Write
Japanese.
that in.
No, they
We just had a
they're
Japanese guest
so
come on.
polite. They'll be either side, whatever side you're not.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're super regimented over there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country. I had a bit of a crazy driving thing when I was over stateside Canada side, and I pulled out the traffic lights, and I drove onto the right hand side of the road, but it was a dual carriageway, and I couldn't get onto the other side. And so I'm driving down it, and then like I could see all these people like looking at me, and these other cars were coming towards me, and they just stopped and they just parted, and I had to go between them.
But how good was that? It wasn't like a blockbuster movie.
And
where
I'm
it was
like, I'm sorry, and it was this high car. And I'm like, is this so bad? No, but I managed to get onto the on the right side, and then I had another one when I was in England, up in Liverpool, and I drove across this junction where there was two bridges that went over the top. There was two roads that interconnected underneath, and it's a famous junction. I can't remember the name of it. And I came in off this ramp that came off I should have stayed on the bridge, and I didn't. It came down. And I drove out when the lights went green, and then I had no idea where to drive. So I stopped in the middle of the junction, and I looked, and I freaked out for a moment. I was so tired after doing whatever I was doing, and I just stayed there. And it's like people going, get out of the way, bloody hell. Fuck, get out of the way, fuck it up. And their Scouse accents, they're all like waving, and I didn't know which way to go. And
So
I
you
totally
just stopped.
So I stopped
Yeah.
and parked for a second, and then the lights changed, and they're all sort of going that way, and I just sort of just limped through and made it onto another road. And I was so lost. It was
Just
crazy.
too much, isn't
Crazy.
it? Just too much.
I've got a good one that's not on the wrong side of the road. I had a boo-boo on the right side of the road, which is the left side here, as we've very clearly determined. Many, many years ago, we hired out scooters. I used to hire them out near Scarborough. And it was my partner at the time and his cousins had come over from England. And over there, they're very used to riding scooters and getting about. And I most definitely wasn't used to this. So we went to a car park first and did a bit of a practice round. And I got on the scooter and I was just going hell for leather. And at one stage, the scooter just went flung out from between my legs, went off. I fell on my back, took out a pole. And I don't know how the guys still let me get on the scooter.
Did you get hurt?
Go along. No, not at that point I didn't. But
At that point, so the story
at that
continues.
point it was okay. And I was like, no, I'm still. They go, you sure? You still want to go? I was like, yeah. We're going along the coast at Scarborough, like, the main road. And I had my own scooter. The boys are all on their own. And as we're going through, I decided to try and race one of the guys. And a roundabout was coming up. And instead of slowing down and stopping, I just went straight through over the top of the roundabout, completely A over T in the middle of the road. I was wearing a boob tube. That came down. I was sat there winded, couldn't breathe, tits out, and just cars going past. Woo!
No one came to help. They were just cheering.
And I was just sitting there like, look down. I was like, shit, top up, scooter up. And then we had to, the boys came and stopped, picked me up. I was like, no, I can still go. They're like, no, like chucked me on the back of one of them. And then when we got back up to return the scooters, they dropped me off about 2 streets away from the scooter return place because I was just covered from head to toe in scratches and bruises and blood, and they wanted to get their deposit back from the scooters. So.
Sorry, you saying this story, so it's not me. I wasn't the one driving, but when I was traveling with my ex in Asia,
Oh yeah.
she was determined, let's get a scooter.
Oh.
And we can travel, we don't have to get taxis, we can just explore.
Yeah. Explore the
Now,
real Asia.
That scares me, getting on a scooter. I don't like doing it, especially being abroad. Convinced me to she was going to drive and I was going to be the one at the back.
You did in directions.
Yeah, right. No, so
Do they drive on the right in Asia then?
No, I don't know. No, right, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we go to the shop to rent this scooter, and the guy's going around with a clipboard, like just checking everything. She gets on it, and me being really nervous about it, I'm like, can I just watch you go up and down a few times?
Yeah.
She went, all right then. So she starts. She goes flying off into a shop, straight into a shop,
Like a
that's
market
opposite-
shop.
Yeah, if you've ever seen that clip in the In-Betweeners where Jay's on
Yep.
that,
Yeah.
she does that. She goes through the shop and she ends up being on her back, and the scooters, like the wheels are facing up, going round on like going,
Nah.
And he looks at me and he goes, I think you should drive. And we didn't do it. I said, no, we're not going on it. So we did not get on the scooter.
That was enough for you.
The guy standing there that we're renting it from, and she's like across the street in the shop.
Wow. That's a good call though.
See, I would
think.
still if someone, that was my problem though. People like, she should not go on that. Yes, I should. I'm going to keep going. I'll give it a
Who
go.
are you to tell me?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going.
No, I if she wanted to do that, I'd have been fine, but I'm not getting on it.
Not with her.
I'm getting on it.
Are you like, let's go for
Then we just go for a
meal.
walk.
Go for a walk or something. Go for a meal.
We've still got our legs. Hope.
Yeah. You did.
Hopefully.
She was in the shop.
I don't know what's worse though. My partner one time in Bali, we were in a taxi, and we pulled over. We were at that Matahari shopping centre, and as we were about to get out the car, he just swings open the door and takes out a chick on a scooter, little Asian girl. Like, because they're just scooters everywhere.
Yeah.
And
I
so
was wondering where I
he
heard
didn't
that story from.
Yeah,
'cause
he
I've
didn't
told
even
that to
think.
loads of
Well,
people.
yeah, he didn't even think about it. We were just like, oh, thank you, pay the money. He opens up the door, and she just literally went over the top of the door and landed on the other side. And
Was
the
she
poor
okay?
thing, yes, I think she was okay. She looked like she was going to cry.
Oh yeah.
She looked like she was off. Like she was so pretty, like she was all done up,
Yeah.
like she looked like she was off to like
She
beauty
had somewhere
school
to
or
go
something.
or
Oh
something.
yeah, she
she's
was
on
very
her way.
Is that when
yeah.
you gave her your card?
You mean,
Anyway,
beach
It
Looks like you might need it. And then you hit
if you haven't heard of us, get it first.
Come here, I'll give you a facial.
Looks like you need it.
Oh, poor thing.
she was on her way to
Yep.
a wedding.
Oh,
Yeah, we felt very terrible after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have slept that night.
And they don't speak English either, so we're going we're sorry, and she's just she didn't know what was going on.
I don't speak English.
Oh, no.
Bloody nightmare.
Yep.
Ah,
There
crazy.
you go, guys.
It's all right. So lots of crashes around there. But what famous people have had crashes that you've heard of? Maybe you can get them onto the show next time. I mean, I always heard, what's his name? The golfer guy. What's his name?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. He's had a pretty. He's had a few
like
bingles,
Tiger
didn't he?
Woods.
Yeah, but maybe we could get Tiger Woods on the show.
Well, we can
maybe
get the
we could
next
go
best
through
thing. We can get the next best
He's
thing from
getting on
Tiger
now. I
Woods.
could probably bring him in for a skin tightening facial.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
cool,
a bit
cool.
older now,
You
isn't
could
he?
tone him up.
Yeah, get
Yep.
him in for
Definitely.
a natural facelift.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
we might get the next best thing. We might get someone who's actually given Tiger Woods some golf lessons in.
I thought you went somewhere else then for a second. But all right, so golf lessons. Do you know
okay.
someone who's given Tiger
I know
Woods
someone
golf
who's given
lessons?
Tiger Woods some golf lessons,
Who's
believe it or
that?
not.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Bit of a
watch
claim
his
to fame.
space. Yeah. Might come on the show and give a little bit of chat back.
Who's that?
I can't say too much. I think I've said too much already.
He doesn't go for Freo, does he?
I
Better not
actually,
be a Freo supporter.
I don't know,
Oh, hang
but
on, let's
Freo
go
look
there.
like
So
they're going to win
Freo-
the flag this year.
No.
Hey, who won the wooden spoon last year? Just saying.
I don't.
What's that? I'm eating my
Was-
crackers.
You know who's been letting me down this season?
how
By the
good are
time
these
this, by the time
biscuits?
this airs, they might have won at least one game.
The Eagles.
Nah, Collingwood.
Oh, hey, look, 3-0.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
expect
that'll win.
Eagles to win anything, but
Wait,
if they do,
pipe down.
you know what though? All jokes aside, we're all here in Perth. We want anyone but
Freo.
no.
Sorry.
This is your last
I
episode.
was
eh?
trying- yeah.
I'm going out with a bang. I'm going out with a bang.
we want anyone else besides the other side of Australia to win anything. So
yeah.
we kind of want Dockers first, but then maybe Eagles.
No, I'd
Yeah,
go
and
for the Eagles as well. So
Yeah.
Perth Glory as
You
well.
gotta
Yeah.
support West Coast.
Scorchers.
You gotta
Glory
support West
and
Australia, I mean.
Scorchers,
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, the funniest comment I've ever heard in my life is when someone goes, "Oh, they should have just kept it in Melbourne."
Oof.
Oh,
And you know what I think?
that
Do you know how
hurts.
silly that is? That's as silly as the Chinese going when they created football, the World
God,
Game.
There's apology coming.
No, you can
Come on.
Google this, where they were kicking heads around, right? And they say they created like
Kicking
football
heads
or
around.
soccer, right? And then when like we just say England or a European, country, when we're going to change the heads to a football, it's like the Chinese going, we shouldn't let that happen. That is, I put that in the same as Melbourne,
So
saying
did-
we should have kept it in Melbourne. It's like.
So can we fact check this? So China came up with soccer first.
That's what FIFA has confirmed that, but you can Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're kicking heads around.
heads.
By kicking human heads around.
Oh, wow. They're so barbaric.
And they had goals and everything, yeah, apparently.
Barbaric.
Wow.
But don't believe everything I say.
But you've heard it here
Go-
first
yeah,
on
check it on
4Beerzin.
Google.
Yeah, first 4
Google.
beers in.
Wikipedia, because
But
they're
who,
just as...
right, we've never said this. Who AFL star would we have on this podcast?
Fifey.
Because that is, you'd have 5, yeah?
I reckon 5. Get the
I-
knife.
Oh, I
I
don't know
seen
enough
him.
to know. I know, you know who I would
Favourite
have?
Eagles support-
I do know, but I can't
would you
remember his
like?
name right
Yeah.
now. No, I'll tell you who I'll have. Because I almost converted footy teams last year, and that was the dude whose shirt got ripped off last year in the season, and he had to play without his jersey.
No, they
For
let
that-
him play without it.
He did. He
That's
did for that.
ridiculous.
He did for the last couple of minutes or whatever it was. It
Oh,
was yeah.
mate, you're running out of jerseys at that club.
He
And you can't play
I
without
can't
one.
remember his name, but I was like,
So he was an
I'm
Eagles
almost
player?
converted. No,
He
he's
wouldn't
not
be
an Eagles
Dockers
player.
because Dockers got a
No,
bit
it
of...
wasn't a Western team.
Nah, it wouldn't be.
Can't remember who it was now, but I'll have
We got
that
a bit of
dude.
pride, bit of class.
You'd have that dude.
Yeah, I'll have that dude.
I'd be like, off, mate. I'd be
Yeah.
like, it's like a blood rule. Like, get off. But who, 5? Yeah, 5 you on? Because
I reckon Fifey.
he's not injured anymore. So
No, he's not. He's
yeah.
playing well. He is playing well.
He's actually playing for the
That's,
Fremantle Dockers. So pick
yeah,
him
yeah.
up. So we get 5 you on. Should we ask him?
Well,
Does anyone know
I don't-
5?
Hey, Fife, if you're out there, if you'd like
send
to
him a
come to 4
message.
Beerzin, Tony will send a message. But
Not mistaken for the band 5.
so
No, because 5 only make you get down. But then guess what? They make you get back up.
I'm looking this up.
oh my god.
Oh my
So
god.
Joe, who would you have on, mate? Who would you have on?
I don't follow.
So from any sport.
Oh, yeah. Who would you have on? Besides Beckham, because we've covered.
You've covered Beckham head to toe.
He's getting spray
He's
tans.
getting sprayed. He's getting the whole thing.
He's getting
yeah.
everything. We clear our schedule, I remember, for Beckham.
So who would you have, Joe? Who-
Sports star. Don't have to be any sports star in the whole world. Who would you have on? Male, female, or in between?
Can you name one? Why think about that? Well,
Might
you
have to
just said
edit that one.
Yeah, can you think of one?
Oh, here we go.
You're
I've
from
got
the-
it.
Oh, we go.
Devin Robertson, left without a jumper.
So you would
Look
like
at that rig.
you would want Devin Robertson.
Yeah, that's mine.
You'd bring him on the show.
Yeah.
We'd be
See,
like,
I was
"Mate."
I even put it on Facebook. It was at this time I became a converted Lions fan. 20th of August, 2023. That's how much I.
So you're now a Lion supporter.
No, I'm
Mate,
still a
so
West
arrogant.
Coast, but I'm still a West Coast supporter. But
Oh well.
you know,
All right.
that's I'd have him on the show.
I reckon we're
Okay.
getting that 5 on the show. Be like, mate, when you're not playing for the Dockers, like when you're injured,
Wait,
come on show.
We should do a deal. If they come on the show, they've got to come to Beachbody Boutique.
Yeah.
It's a package
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
It's a package deal, guys.
So you would do a spray tan on Fifey?
No. How old
Yeah.
is 5 now? How old is he now?
43 or something.
Is he? Can't be that
Google.
old.
Who's got their phone? Which is everyone.
We've all got our phones here.
He can't be that old.
Nah, he can't be that old.
He's probably like 23.
23.
What, I'm retired.
19. All right. So
How old is he?
Okay.
So yeah, if you
He was
may
born in 91.
There you go.
91.
Do the
So
math.
he's,
Who's got the
he's
maths?
about 33.
Oh, he's
Hey,
still
good
young.
maths.
About
Yeah,
33,
yeah,
baby.
32,
man.
33.
He's a baby.
33. Bring on, come on, Fife. We want you on the show, but we
So
also want
Fifey
you to
on the
play
next
for the
show.
Dockers.
And Devonport, where his name
Devon.
is. Devon.
No shirt.
Can't remember his last
The
name already.
The
Look,
Lions
see?
man.
Yeah, the Lions.
Naked Lions
Yeah,
man.
Naked Lions, man.
we'll take him.
Here you go.
Yeah, you don't get
Here you
that. All right.
Four
Four beers
beers
in.
in.